Prepare to transform. Whatever life you choose, prepare to be moved in the all-new Nissan Qashqai.
A LISTNR production. Residents left disappointed following a community meeting, and local wines are getting ready to tour the country. Good morning, it's Amy Ross with a Limestone Coast local news update. Cloudy with some wet weather on the way. The Weather Bureau has issued a gale wind warning for the lower southeast coast. We're heading for a top of 17 in Mount Gambier and 17 in Narracourt. Disappointed, that's how southeast residents have been left feeling following two community drop-in sessions on the proposed Port Mac offshore wind farm. The Department of Climate Change and Energy was in town, but the near 150 attendees were disappointed at the lack of formal presentation, QA session, or open floor discussion. South Aussie Rock Lobster Advisory Council Chief Nathan Kimber told the Advertiser it was disappointing to see a lack of formal proceedings. He reckons the department was trying to avoid community criticism. Winemakers are getting ready to hit the road, set to showcase wines from Coonawarra on a national scale. Held in 5 capital cities, Marketing Officer Heidi Guyard says the wine tasting roadshow will run over 2 weeks in August, starting in Adelaide and ending in Brisbane.
It's not every day that the swag of winemakers roll into any given state, and it's unique in that we are doing it on behalf of the region as one whole unit.
1,500 wine enthusiasts nationwide are expected to attend. Math lessons in our local schools are set to be bolstered. A new curriculum will roll out from Term 1 next year in order to give students the knowledge and skills needed for large projects like AUKUS. Financial literacy will also be prioritised, with students learning about budgets, scams and consumer rights. Filling workforce shortages, that's the aim of a new program from Regional Development Australia, Limestone Coast. The state government has poured money into the Regional Workforce Connector and Collaboration Program. Industry Minister Susan Close says it's all about attracting workers to the southeast. The Barker MP isn't impressed with the government's proposed misinformation legislation, with Tony Pazin saying it would amount to an attack of freedom of speech and expression across the country. He reckons the proposed definition of misinformation is too broad and thinks it could have terrible impacts on free speech in local communities. And the Exploring Identities and Futures program has taken a flock of Tennyson Woods College students up to Adelaide to undertake in some real-world experiences.
After this, there is no turning back. You sip the red can, the story ends. You sip the black can, you enter dreamland. And I show you just how good the truth can taste. Max Taste Challenge.
A big crowd's expected at Wollonda tonight for the NBL1 men's prelim final. The home side, the Mount Gambier Pioneers, take on the Knox Raiders for a spot in the grand final. Pioneers coach Richard Hill says Knox are a great team.
We're expecting a really tough contest. They have 2 really high-level imports, and then they're backed up with some tremendous Australian talent. So we're going to need to play very well to win. We're confident we can do that.
And in the women's comp, the Pioneers take on the Braves in Bendigo in a prelim tomorrow night. Round 14 in the Western Border Footy League gets underway this weekend. Millicent will be looking for its 4th consecutive win when the ladder leaders take on Casterton Sanford. Elsewhere, West Gambier will be taking on South Gambier, and East is coming up against North.
BP Plus. Do business the clever way. Visit bpplus.com.au to find out more.